New tonight, an 8-year-old boy has died from his injuries he suffered after being shot with a pellet gun.
A 16-year-old girl in Titus County has been charged with manslaughter for fatally shooting an 8-year-old boy with an air rifle.
For the death of Logan Blackwell.
According to the sheriff's office, deputies were called to a house for a report of a child who had been shot.
Mount Pleasant ISD says Logan was a third-grade student.
Funeral services for Logan have been set. Visitation will be this Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. The funeral service will be Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Assembly of God Church across from Mount Pleasant High School.
I'm Bob Hallmark in Titus County. We come to Titus County today to talk about an incident that happened not too long ago regarding what most people don't really look at as being a real weapon, but air rifles and BB guns can be just as lethal. And to talk a little bit about that, we're going to talk about an incident where an 8-year-old boy lost his life. And joining me now is Sheriff Tim Ingram. Tim, let's talk about this for a second. We had, I guess, an incident where one of these air rifles or BB guns was used. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. 16-year-old. The evidence shows, we feel, pointed the gun at the young man and shot him. And I don't believe they thought this gun would kill him, but it did result in his death. And so we have arrested one 16-year-old female on manslaughter.
Okay. Now, this really illustrates the point of there needs to be gun safety at all levels. A lot of people, Tim, will look at air rifles and BB guns as maybe being toys, and yet we know they're not toys. And in this instance, it did turn out to be lethal, right?
Yeah, Bob, as parents, a lot of us have purchased BB guns and such for our kids. And at 16 years old, I knew better than to point that gun at someone and pull the trigger. But a lot of people don't look at these guns as dangerous. In this instance is a prime example of what can happen and what these guns are capable of. These guns are they are dangerous. They've got a lot of power, and a lot of times you can buy these pellet rifles that will pretty much almost match a .22. Mm-hmm. So they can be deadly, and here we have an instance to where it's proven to be so.
Okay. Now, our understanding is this happened over at a residential area near the Lake Bob Sandlin area.
Yes, sir.
8-year-old boy just simply out playing that day. Now, one of the things that we do want to stress is that, on an adult and even a child level, for whatever caliber weapon that you have, there should be gun safety involved.
Exactly.
So there should be some training
exactly.
and supervision involved when you use any weapon.
When you're using a weapon, a pellet gun that can kill a person, it needs to be treated just like any other real firearm, because they really are real firearms. They just shoot with compressed air instead of gunpowder. So, and they can be just as deadly. So yes, exactly. We need to make sure that we supervise these if children has them. But still, at 16, you should know better than to point a gun at a kid and pull the trigger. But still, any kind of gun like that, I believe, needs to have adult supervision.
Okay, Tim, thank you very much.